It is now my pleasure to introduce our Toastmaster of the day.
Showcase runner.
I'm sorry, showcase runner, guy who's going to be the MC and taking the mic from me. Okay,
For Showcase Master.
Showcase master. All right, he has been an area director. He has been in Toastmasters since 2022. I'm not sure what he means by University of Toastmasters. That's the club he's in, University Toastmasters. And he's also the founder of Ontario Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Group. Please help me give a warm welcome to Mr. Chris Robles.
I think we're still morning, right? So good morning.
Yes.
Right. So I want everyone to take out their yellow paper. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong thing. And write Chris Robles. Thank you. Do it now. Get it early before the Christmas rush. All right. Actually, what I'd like everyone to do. So we have contestants. Can I have my contestants raise their hands so I can see where
Well,
they
they're
are?
not contestants, they're showcase.
I stand corrected. Showcase participants.
Yes.
All right, but here's what I want everyone to do. Do I have your attention?
Okay.
Take out a piece of paper, put a T on it. Everyone should participate. Even if you're not going to participate in the showcase, you should all practice the evaluation. So everybody do that. Except me. I'm off the hook.
That's actually one of my big tips is always evaluate. Never not be evaluated.
I'm sure I'm being evaluated right now.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, let's get started. Who's excited about the showcase? Well,
Invite them to the front.
what a great idea. So let's have our contestants come up to the front so everybody can see.
Showcase.
Participants, thank you. Thank you. As I said, our participants, please, all the participants come up. And
This is evaluation only.
And it's just evaluation. So we have Susan Leonard, Sharon Kenty, William Long. I don't know if Myra Cuevas is right. Okay. Tom Jameson, Wally Alafi, and David Williams. You gotta get in the picture. We're on camera.
We're on camera. Keep coming to the center stage.
Does anyone else want to participate? Don't all jump up at once. Anybody else? If you think you might want to, but you don't, come on up.
Okay.
Right.
Slam dunk.
Please, we need a few more people. Our goal was to get to 10.
I have one more.
Come on, at least one more. You know you want to do it.
All right.
Yeah, all right. Awesome, thank you. All right, she wins automatically. These are our participants in our evaluation program. And the way so there are no rules except the one rule that they can't participate in the other contest and vice versa. That seems to be the only rule. We just made that up.
No, it was there.
It was there, it was always there. I just didn't know it, but now I do. So we will have them go back to their seats in a moment, and then we will have the guest speaker come up, and then you will do the evaluation, right? Similar to that word, that other thing that we can't mention today. And then, right, and then you'll be escorted. You'll have 5 minutes. We'll give you 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes? Yes. We have a question.
One of you, if you can say the participants' names.
Yeah, we'll get. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll pass the mic. You will have 5 minutes
Out there. In the other room.
in the other room. Well, they could do it here. Do it here. At your table, comfortable, with your pen and equipment. And then you're going to be escorted out
And I'll do
by
something in the back.
someone not a sergeant at arms, because we're not that official here. And you'll be called out in the order I just actually read, which was the order in which you all, to your last, you all registered.
But if they wanted to change places
By mutual agreement, they could do that right this second.
But I'm in charge and I say no. Sorry. No, because then I have to change the order. I have it all printed and written down. That confuses the non-Toastmaster master. So, no, we're not doing that.
We weren't saying that word.
Right. That's right. Well, I said non-Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Now, I'm a member of the hospital here. So I'm one of the... So, I'm not officially Toastmaster.
Oh, I see. That's
I'm not TM. I'm hospital. And I believe that's it. Do you have any questions? Like, why you're here? Okay.
I'm your timer.
Oh, thank you, Madam Timer. Madam Timer, may I have the timing rules? But that's not an official thing.
You know the yellow and
The
the
guy.
red, yes? You know green, yellow, and red? All right. Green,
But what color is that, everyone?
green at 2.
There you go.
Yellow.
2:33.
There you go. All right. That's right. These are our guidelines, but we're going to hold you to them. All right. So we're now going to have them at least say their names. I'm just going to pass it on. But this is not the order.
Got one question?
Another question? Don't throw me off. All right, here we go.
Charo Carrillo. Suzanne Leonard.
Is it?
Suzanne was first on the list. Sharon Kenty is second on the list.
Okay.
She made the list.
I'm on a list somewhere. Confidence.
Wiley Adolf. William Long. David Williams, and I'll help you with the spelling.
And Shadow.
And Chris Robles, I'm not a participant. All right, well, thank you. Back to your seats. Yes, applause. That's what we do in a showcase, we applaud. All right, so officially, here's the list. Susan Leonard. Suzanne, sorry. Suzanne Leonard, Sharon Kenty, William Long, Tom Jameson, Wally Alafi.
How do we spell it?
Wally? Or Alafi? A-L-O-F-E is what I count. Is it Alafi or Alofi? Alofi. Alofi, my apologies. Okay, Alofi, David Williams, and then our last contestant, help me again with your name.
Charon, C-H-A-R-O-N.
Sharon?
Sharon with a C.
Carrillo.
Carrillo, I know Carrillo, I have family Carrillo. My grandmother's maiden name was Carrillo. Awesome. Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
There is a test at the end. And the test is on this little piece of paper. All right. Susan Leonard. Suzanne. Like I said, Suzanne Leonard. Sorry, Suzanne. Suzanne Leonard, Sharon Kenty, William Long, Tom Jameson, Wally Alofi, David Williams, Sharon Carrillo. Are there any others that want to participate? This is your last chance. We can come up with some blank paper for you if you need it. You want to do it? Awesome. All right, see, you always got to keep asking. Okay. I'm going to give you the mic, say your name, and I'm going to write it down. David.
Scotese.
Easy.
Rhymes with go crazy. Spelled like Chinese.
And you were never teased as a kid, right? With a,
How do you spell?
you.
Just write girl crazy. Just write.
Thank you.
David,
Thank you
go
for
crazy.
stepping up.
Anybody else?
Anyone else? Come on. Come on.
See, I intimidated.
Look, look. Look what you get. And it works too. I want one. Thank you, sir. I want one.
So in case you're not sure who you want, you can always write like, you know, orange shirt, orange socks. You know, we'll figure it out.
Well, no, we'll have to come up here and you can write it. We'll make it easy for you. I'm not that mean of a teacher. I was a teacher. Everyone starts with an A and works their way down to an F. That's how I did it. It was easier.
That's funny.
Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Anyone else wants to participate? Gone. All right, thank you, Sharon. Give me the count. We need to move on. Apparently, that's what that was telling me. So now, at this time, I want to bring up our test speaker. This speech is, I am told, I've not heard it, is incredible. It is a topic, the title at least, very relevant for today. I can't wait to hear this. Please help me welcome Michael Pollock. Michael. And with a little formality, because I do like the way, and I need to practice doing this. Yes. Michael Pollock, The Quest for Unity, The Quest for Unity, Michael Pollock.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
And I am going to disappoint Chris. Oh, why? Because in my hand is that speech, a quest for unity. And as I was riding in my car here today, I had this feeling in my mind. No, I'm not going to give that quest of speech today. I'm just not going to do it. I felt like, this speech, which I'm putting right there, gone. Because this is the Fall Fest, and that speech is just too darn serious. So I thought, well, I'll just do something I've never done before. I'll improvise. Woo! So here I am. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Well, I have a little idea. So if you'll give me just a moment. There we go. Okay. Many of you may know that I was in the Peace Corps many moons ago. And there were a lot of experiences that I had there. And I thought I would share one of them. One that I haven't shared with this crowd before. It happened when I first arrived as a Peace Corps volunteer. I've been there a couple of weeks. And there's training. We get training, believe it or not. So 2 months of training to learn the language, to learn the culture, and to learn the specifics of our job. And for myself, I was an environmentalist. Wana mazingira in Kiswahili. So us environmentalists, there were 17 of us. After our first couple of weeks, they shipped us off to the Babati Farm Training Center. And this is a place that local farmers would go to learn how to improve their farming techniques. Now the thing about the Babati Farming Center is it's in Olduvai Gorge, the Great Rift Valley. It is considered the birthplace of mankind. And I gotta tell you, when I was there, I felt something. Anyways, after our training, at the end of the day, we had time to do whatever we wanted to do. And so a bunch of us, there was this big rising mountain and a plateau, and behind the training center, we wanted to get to the top to get a nice view of everything. And so for the first few days, we would go behind the training center where there was this trail, and we'd be walking the trail, trying to find where the heck is the trail that goes up to this big old mountain. And along the way, we would meet the little children from the different mud huts and say hello in our limited Kiswahili at the time. And it was fun. But after the second day, we still hadn't found the trail to the top of the mountain. So third day, we're gonna find it. Yes, we're on that trail, we're gonna find it. And out of our group of 7, 3 said, no, you guys are going the wrong direction, we're gonna go that way. Okay, great. Well, in the end, neither one of us was right. So, it's dinner time. We came back. And I'm eating dinner, and I noticed that the 3 volunteers who went the other direction have not come back. Now, this is a problem because this is in the bush, really. There's no electricity, there's no street lights, there's no roads, really. And so I go to the Tanzanian Peace Corps trainer, and I say, hey, these 3 people, they're not here. And she gets rather alarmed. Okay. Everybody, come together. Grab your kerosene lanterns. We're gonna go see if we can find them. Now it's starting to get dark. It's getting serious. So we all come as a group. There's maybe 15 of us and a few Tanzanian trainers. And we're yelling out their names. Hey! Are you there? Alicia? Brian? We're looking, yelling, and it's getting darker and darker. And we're about halfway down that trail that we had traveled earlier. And this old man, this elderly man, comes out of the middle of nowhere. And he's speaking Kiswahili to our Kiswahili trainers, and they're translating for us. And he says, I am the chief of the local tribe. What is going on? So she explains to him what's going on, and he thinks for a minute. He says, okay, we have been watching you for the last few days. We have noticed that you seem to be kind people by the way you talk to our children. So I'm going to help you. So then he did something we weren't expecting. He says, stay right here, don't move. And sorry, I have to put down the microphone for this.
He takes his hands, he goes like this, reaches up and goes, away! And he does this 3 times.
And then, from the different parts of the blackness of the night, away! 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 And we're standing there. And about 4 minutes later, whoosh! We're surrounded by men with 6-foot spears. I am not kidding you. We're like, whoa. And he speaks to them. And whoosh! They're gone. And he explains to us, we will find your Wazumu, the 3 white people. It won't take long. And it didn't. So about 10 minutes later, a runner, again, from the darkness of the night, whoosh, he explains to the chief, we found him. Our 3 guys, we had them go back. We guided them back to the Babadi farmers' place. So the chief, he says, okay, I have to see them with my own eyes so that I can tell the rest of my tribe they are safe. And so he walked with us back to the Babadi Farmer Training Center. And sure enough, when we got there, there were 3 very
scared-looking Peace Corps volunteers with 3 tall men with 6-foot spears right behind them, not saying a word. Not a word. And so he said, I see you. I am glad you're safe. And the Peace Corps volunteers thanked him, and he went on his way. It was an amazing experience. And I guess if I could tie it to that speech over there, it had mentioned kindness. And that's what happened that day. It was an act of kindness on his part to help us out. And so I'm going to leave it at that, and I welcome my evaluation. Thank you, everybody.
Madam Timer. We have the timing report, unofficially.
So the speech was supposed to be 5 to 7 minutes. Our speaker went for 9 minutes and 25 seconds.
Thank you.
Does not have qualified.
But he qualifies for an evaluation today.
To be fair, Michael told me that he was not going to adhere to the time. So it's okay.
And I knew he wasn't going to get that speech, so I made a big deal. So we had a little fun.
A wonderful story.
All right, now, Madam Timer, may I have 5 minutes on the clock for the Evaluator participants to write their notes?
Can we, I still
You wanna go longer?
write it now.
I'll go with the judgment of the room. Do you want to all remain silent while they have the 5 minutes? Or do you want to send them out?
Send them
Send
out.
them out, all right, sorry. Out you go.
All right,
Out you go. We're flexible here.
Evaluators, follow me.
Evaluators. You're going to point. I can, and I shall, and I shall. That's right, thank you. All right. We'll wait for the door to close. Somebody close the door. We just need the door closed. So. Is everyone out of the room? I think they are. All right, great. Michael, come back up. Please. That was a cool speech. Yes. Applause, applause, applause. That was very cool. All right, I'm going to give you the mic, and I'm just going to be loud. Okay.
So, tell us about the speech that you decided to switch on us today. Where did that inspiration come from to do that?
So the original speech, I guess I had been feeling unsettled for a while. Feels like there's a lot of polarity in our country right now. And I wanted to talk about how can we come together as a country. And that was the original speech that I had written. But for today, it just seemed a little too serious. And so I decided, throwing it out. So that's
Cool.
the gist of it.
That's great. So tell us more about your experience with the Peace Corps.
Well, the Peace Corps was an amazing experience. It is, Peace Corps has this kind of schmarmy saying of, it'll change your life, the hardest job you'll ever have, that you'll love. And honestly, it's true. It's actually true. It changed my life forever. It really did. So I can't recommend it enough to anybody. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You can
I thought there were restrictions.
The only restriction is that you have to have a college education. But I believe Jimmy Carter's mother, in her 60s, joined the Peace Corps. So it is possible. It doesn't mean you're going to be remote in a place without electricity or plumbing like I was. There are Peace Corps volunteers who are in major cities. I think that's the case with Jimmy Collery and others.
Awesome. Yep.
Have you ever considered writing a memoir of sorts? Because you've got some really.
I have, because I could probably sit here for the next 3 hours and just tell one story after another, after another, after another.
I think it makes a great bathroom book.
I'm sorry?
I think it would make a great bathroom book.
Yes.
You know, just three little.
I could tell about the death-defying bus rides. That's a whole other story.
It's still like that in many countries.
Yes,
my wife has stories about Mexico like that. So before, I'm going to take questions from the audience, but before we do that, what club are you from?
I am from the Greater San Bernardino Club 1166, and I just happen to be the president right now.
Oh. I want to thank you for doing this huge.
Oh, my pleasure.
And volunteering to do
My
that.
pleasure.
All right, anybody have any questions for Michael out there?
Yes.
Did you ever get to the top of the mountain?
We never got there. So here's the deal. With the trails, it turns out that there's a lot of baboons that live there locally. And so all the trails were from baboons. And so there was one day we were going up one trail and it kept going down further and further and further because the baboons are only this tall. So no, we never made it. Yes.
What did your friends say after they were found with the...
Yeah.
Oh, what did they say?
Yeah, what were their feelings?
Oh, they were terrified because it got pitch black. They were kind of up on the hill a little bit, and they told us they were basically scooching down on their rears down the hill, and these 3 tall men with spears showed up. And there was a communication barrier, and these people are pretty serious people, so the 3 men just kind of went like this. You're gonna go that way. And they didn't argue.
We have time for at least one more.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Jessica Buchanan incident?
No.
The lady who was, she was a Somali, she got kidnapped by Somalians.
No, we can't hear. We can't hear what you're asking.
Jessica Buchanan, she was the one who was kidnapped. I think she was in Somalia. She was a part of the Peace Corps, but she was there helping with the landmine situation. Got kidnapped. The story about that was that she was rescued by the SEAL Team 6 episode.
Wow.
She was held captive and won $1 billion for her rescue, for her release.
Wow.
You ever felt you were in kind of dangers like that while you were doing this?
It's interesting that you mention that because I went right after the bombings in Kenya and Tanzania, and this was in Tanzania. And in fact, we got delayed a few weeks because of the bombings. And they said, hold on. And a couple weeks later, they called and said, well, if you're still up to it, well, you can come. And so I was there during the bombings. I saw the embassy in Tanzania completely blown apart. I had to experience going to the new embassy, which was temporary, and that was a whole experience by itself, just to get in. So, and I have to say we were approached, even though we're not supposed to, we were approached and said, if you guys see anything out there, let us know. Now, I never saw anything. And the people in Tanzania, very, very friendly people. Extremely warm, extremely friendly, beautiful people. I can say nothing bad about them, really. So.
Are you going to go back and start a club there?
I have been back, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
I have been back. I've been in touch. I've helped do a few projects locally in the village that I was in.
Awesome. Well, we're going to bring in your evaluators.
All right.
You ready for that? Okay. Thank you so much.
Let's make sure that Brian says where you're sitting.
Are we okay? Yeah. Suzanne Leonard. Did I get it right this time? Suzanne.
Okay.
It's like Shazam.
Michael, every time an evaluator comes in, wave your hand so they can see. Okay? Thank you.
Hi, Suzanne.
Welcome, Suzanne. There you go.
So how do I hold this microphone and flip pages, hi Michael, at the same time? All right. The quest for unity. Oh my gosh. I knew something was up when you took that yellow folder and moved it away. I said, this is going to be an improv speech. How exciting, how different, how unique. How do I evaluate this? Michael, you had us at the beginning, right there when you changed course. Never seen that as an evaluator or seen that technique in any other evaluation showcase. So right from the very beginning, now we talked about glasses on and off. Now I can read my notes, but you're real fuzzy, Michael. So I'll move in a little bit more. This was not a speech. This was a personal testimony that you shared with all of us. Thank you for that right out of the gate. When you deliver this speech again, you had some wonderful holy moments in this speech. Sometimes that we were invited into the feeling that you were feeling. Give us a bit more of a pause. Let us take that in. Anytime in our speeches when we are sharing or saying something profound, we need to hear it and let it settle for a moment. You used the real estate up here. Oh my gosh, your gestures and everything you did and pointing. I thought, he didn't even have time to choreograph this. If this was right out of the gate and you were speaking to us from your heart. And you know, I've done this, you've done this. Who has not gone over time in a contest? Because the emotion carries us away. And this was not a 5-minute or 7-minute or even a 9-minute speech. This was a lifetime adventure that you had to comprise into that time. Couldn't be done. No worries. 9 minutes, big deal. Thank you for the privilege of being present to hear you speak from your heart.
Suzanne. Okay, we're gonna have a little 1-minute gap in between. And not like the official 1 minute. So I'm not, exactly.
We'll go one-on-one.
We'll go 1-on-1. Oh, that's, I like that. 1-on-1. I like where the 1-on-1 goes too.
Santa Barbara?
Yes, but I actually worked in Santa Maria, so I get to fill in the time. I worked in Santa Maria last year.
Oh, wow.
Who knows what Santa Maria is famous for? Okay.
Michael Jackson, right?
He's out there, but it's in the county. No, barbecue. You've not heard of Santa Maria barbecue? Tri-tip. And they even named the grill. So if you've ever seen those grills where they crank it up and it's on wood and it goes, the platform goes up and down, they sell them at Costco.
It's one of Columbus's 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta.
Okay, that's true. Now, a couple of you raised your hands. What were you going to say? Have you been there?
I've performed it, yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
What do you perform?
I'm a dancer.
You are?
Yeah.
Like shows?
Oktoberfest, yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
I thought it was famous for theater.
And,
Regional theater.
well, they're famous for farming. But they do have a theater. It's a really nice town.
We're at 101.
We're at 101. All right, time's up for me. Let's have Sharon, of course. Sharon, please help me welcome Sharon. You don't want coffee?
Thank you, Mr. MC. Thank you, Michael. When you were telling this story, I could tell you were reliving it in the moment. You had a great experience. I was a little bit confused at the beginning of, what's this got to do, this opening pattern? What's this got to do with, I'm not going to give that speech, I'm going to wing it. I was a little bit confused. And I think it ate into your timing. I like to hear a speech start with, a definitive statement or a question. 10 years ago, I was in the Peace Corps, and I got lost. Something like that to shock, intrigue, suspense. Speaking of suspense and storytelling, love your vocals. Oh, wee, that, wee, wee, wee. And then the drama of the 6-foot spears all around us. And when you give this speech again, for even more drama, try reversing the order. First we have the drama and the scare of 6 feet, spears all around us. But then the chief says, I noticed you are kind to our children. And then we're lost. And then we find the lost hikers. I loved how you acted out your verbs. You were looking, you were lost, scared. Acting out your verbs helps move your story along quite well. And for improvising, I think you did pretty well. The takeaway that I got from this was that being kind has its rewards. And people will help you by being kind. And another aspect that could elevate this to even more interest is try saying hello, 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 when you're greeting the children in Swahili. What is that word?
Abadi.
Abadi, abadi, abadi. And then if you know, the chief said, I will help you, say that in Swahili if you can. And that would add even more interest and intrigue. You don't need to say thank you at the end. End with a strong statement like being kind has its rewards. That's the last thing people will remember. You don't need to thank people, the audience. The audience is thanking you. You are giving them a gift. A great story and with a great moral and a great execution. I can't wait to hear the next iteration.
Our next speaker, well, we'll have a little 1 minute in between, but William Wan will be next. What else should we talk about? And I'm between you and lunch, which is just walked in the door, so be nice. We're going to be a new district, right?
203.
203. How did they come up with that? 101 would have been a better number. How did they come up with 203?
200, 201, 202.
Oh, okay. All right. Are all the U.S. How did they do the numbering? Does anybody know? Is there still a District 1? 201. Oh, I see. Okay, so now I get it.
There's still founders. Founders are still
Founders,
founders.
let's see.
Do we get a special little name for ours too?
No.
3.
But not like founders.
No.
Okay, why don't we make up a name? You know, like a club's name. Why don't we make up a
The
district?
Raiders.
Yeah,
We got big.
here we go. All right, our contestants in. Please help me welcome William Long.
Yes, indeed. I need to be heard. I need to be heard. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and especially Michael. I enjoyed this so much. It was captivating from the very start. You turning away like this and putting it and saying, I don't want anything to do with that speech. And I'm saying, gee, you worked so hard for this. We've tried to, I'm going to evaluate this, and now you're tossing it aside? What, am I supposed to toss aside my evaluation? No. You were so lively. You know, I could be a deadbeat sometimes, but even I was for the last 15 minutes. But coming in and even seeing this group once again, especially you, Michael, and what you did, you just brought me, lift me up. You've done it here, you did it there. You did it in Tanzania. This was worldwide. Your approach to this took me all over the globe. I don't think I couldn't give a speech as such. After your speech, people at my desk right there said, I can't give a speech like that. I'll be here working at this for a long time at Toastmasters to give a speech like that. It was so captivating. I enjoyed it so much. The only thing that I did not get, you were so lively and so imminent in doing things in such a way that your voice, your gestures sometimes went down low. And although I'm getting up there in age, I don't think it was just me. Sometimes I couldn't hear you. So sometimes when you do want to reflect or descend, sometimes bring it up maybe just a little. But otherwise, you've got it together. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, another 101 on the one. And our next evaluator will be Tom James. All right, 203. So what, are we going to be the rating?
Are we allowed to name our district?
No.
No?
Well, somebody named it Founders, so.
Let's not pick the rater.
Our division had D dogs last year.
See?
So.
It could be unofficial.
Terrific.
Am I causing trouble by bringing it up? How far do we go? So what's the geography? So how far west do we go?
Utah.
Well, that's northeast. How far west do we go? We still have Claremont, right?
We take a lot of 100.
I think Kamado.
You say that like I know we're 100. Oh, we go that far out? Yes. So 210? Okay.
How about who's gonna want to be leadership?
Well, I know, I got that email.
Yeah. Who wants to
And I thought, wow, there's now going to be a lot of people competing for leadership positions.
Or people volunteering to be an area director in Vegas.
Make that true.
Monthly trips.
Toastmasters from there too, so it's
Yes.
not like,
No, I didn't. When I was in Montebello, I was in Rotary, and it was District 5300, and it went from East LA, Montebello, all along the 10. It had Claremont and it had Rancho Cucamonga, and then went up to southern Nevada. It was actually kind of cool. The halfway point for events like this is, believe it or not, Rancho Cucamonga. There's a lot of empty desert, so you can't just find the midpoint and have a meeting there. You have to find a hotel or a space. That's going to be the trick, right? Or have a room here. Well, everybody here wants to go to Vegas. If you're in Vegas, where do you want to go?
Vegas.
Disneyland. How are we doing on the 101 time? We're ready? Oh, here he is. I'm sorry. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you, audience, for being here. I really appreciate that, and thank you for your test speech. Now, I was kind of surprised that you didn't come in prepared to do the real speech. And no, I love that flair, that opening, the little sense of getting us. Is he really going to fall apart? Is he gonna, that was great. You had this extra drama to the whole thing, and the fact that you got the flair of throwing it down. Now you look to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm stereotyping, but you couldn't look like an ex-Peace Corps volunteer. If I'm looking around the room, who's going to be a piece? It's going to be you. Yeah, that's going to be for sure. No, there was so much that I loved about your speech, so much. You made it hard for me to find those things to make some suggestions. But we'll start with voice. Start with the voice. Got our attention. Got our attention with the drama and the flair of throwing your notes down. And I'm going to talk about this whole thing. I'm not prepared. Oh, how prepared is this person? So then you gave us that story. Their voice, when the rain, for instance, talking about when you had those poor people were lost in the jungle. I mean, you talked with Swahili. And gosh, we all learned something. So one of the basic things that I look for in a speech is I like to see a little bit of humor, and you had some humor. I like to see content, a lesson at the end, so we walk away with learning. We learn more about whatever it is you're trying to explain to us. You know more about me. We know what a little bit like what it was like to be a Peace Corps volunteer. We know what it's like to go through trauma and that sort of thing. So we learned something from your speech. We had some fun and entertainment. We had a story that we followed. I love that you actually displayed some emotion when you talked about the guy standing there with the spears, you know, so you had that body language, you had some drama flair in your use of your hands. You brought us to the experience of being a Peace Corps volunteer. This is something that not too many. I'm looking around the room. I don't see any ex-Peace Corps volunteers out there. I just see you, and you jumped out at me. So that was really fun. Of course, how can you go away as an evaluator without mentioning time? So my suggestion might be, if you were going to go over, get the Toastmaster, make sure it's announced, because us evaluators were sitting there saying, oh my gosh, the little clock in my head went off, and he was already overtime by a minute and a half. So try to make sure that is a public announcement. You go overtime, fine. Let us know in a test piece, that's fine. You don't want to do that in a speech contest, because they're going to say, oh, is he already telling us he's going overtime? What's going on here? But for a test speaker, that's fine. You gave us, and this is what you're part of what you're doing here as a test speaker is to be the test speaker. Part of it is to speak to the rest of the audience and make their experience coming to this room worthwhile. You definitely did that. We learned a lot from you, and I appreciate the fact that you decided to be a volunteer test speaker. By the way, after 50-something years, I've never done it.
Thank you so much. The next person will be Tom Jameson.
That was Tom.
Oh, that was Tom. All right.
He's up again.
Well, how many welcome Tom Jameson? I know. I'm intrigued by the 203 thing. No, it will be Wally Alofi. Wally's coming next. All right. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 29. 28. 26.
There's a game tonight, I think, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't watch those things. My brother is the sports athlete. I am highly competitive, but mine is politics, and his is sports. He loves that stuff. I actually told him, I called my brother yesterday, and I actually said, he works for City of LA, and his department he's in charge of handles those parades, all those big events. So I wanted to take my father to, our father, to Langer's. Have you ever heard of or been to Langer's? Oh, you've got to look it up. Langer's is a Jewish deli. It's still in downtown LA, and I'll finish that later. Here we go. All right. Hello, Pete.
Hello, Toastmasters. I'm Micah. That was a very good speech. I like your posture. I mean, the hand gesture at the beginning. And, I like the pause that you start before you started your story. You presented the culture, the specification of the Swahili, and then you specified the Bobardi family setup and you took the whole stage, you demonstrated, you did a lot of things, and you let us know that the country was in Tanzania, which is in Africa. I like you put a little sense of humor there. And the end of the story, the speech basically was a story. You told the story of what you did and two of your members suddenly disappeared. And you had to call the chief to intervene in that. And the closing was good. What I would have loved you to do is at the beginning to specify that the Bernardino family there in Tanzania. Because I'm familiar with that part of the area, and I thought maybe he's talking of Kenya or something like that. If I were doing that particular speech, I would have introduced some kind of props to show how the chief, usually African chiefs are big and huge and things like that. But overall, the speech was a very good speech. Everybody was paying attention. You attracted with a lot of actions on that. And I very much like the speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker will be Tom Davison. Because the third time's a charm. All right, quickly finish my long story. So I called my brother because Monday I wanted to take my dad. So my brother says, well, we might have a parade. I said, no, we're not. So they're going to lose. And of course, they won last night. But that's what I told them. I said, they always lose. I know, I'm terrible. And you know why? I'm really upset. Because the last time, which was many years ago, I go to Dodger Stadium. This is a true story. Maybe I could use this in the next contest. I don't know. But my wife and I, my wife was driving. We literally came in the Chinatown entrance for Dodger Stadium, and they sent us left. So we went around left, and every employee kept saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. We literally went all the way around. It took an hour to go all the way around because you keep merging with all the other traffic. All the way around, back to where we were, this is true, and then parked. I was never so upset in my life. I said, and we paid, what's the rate? Like $20, $30. It's worse than Disneyland, for the privilege. And then at least at Disneyland, it's very orderly. Yes. Our next contestant here. I'll ramble on later. David Williams. Please help me welcome David Williams.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and Michael Pollack. The quest for unity. Michael stepped up here, and right away we got an idea of what we could expect. His vocal variety, right away he spoke softly. That was great. And then he used all sorts of vocal variety. And then at one point he said, I'm abandoning this speech. And he put the paper to the side, he put his head down, and then he put his head back up, and he said, I'm going to do this speech. Now, for those of you who think that the speech that he wound up giving was an unprepared speech, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to tell to you if you think that speech was unprepared. His movements were meaningful, his movements were energetic, his gestures were illustrative. Michael's volume at times, maybe it's just me, was a little bit less than I would have hoped, but in the main it was there. His eye contact. He looked at the entire room. But Michael spoke about joining the Peace Corps or being in the Peace Corps. I hope it wasn't a recruitment speech, because a speech about 3 people getting lost in Africa is not a reason to join the Peace Corps. I'm black. I wouldn't want that to happen if I had 3 Africans with 6-foot spears standing behind me. But the story that he told was so engaging. I mean, it drew us all in. Where's my timer so I can see where I am? Okay, so it was so engaging. And of course he had the humor. He used, I guess those were African words, 3 or 4 times, which was really, I just felt that added so much into the story. Now the idea once again, of this being a speech that he had not previously prepared. Certainly, the way that the speech unfolded, the way that the speech developed, the way that the speech hit every note really was very engaging. It really took us on the ride with Michael. Now, the thing is, there were things in the speech, next time Michael gives a speech, that I would like to see added. He didn't talk a whole lot about Michael and about why Michael decided to join the Peace Corps, what drew him to the Peace Corps. Now, he spoke for over 9 minutes, so with everything that he had in there, we would have been here for half an hour, I guess, if he was able to give us that sort of information. But speaking a bit more about Michael and about Michael's personal experience with the Peace Corps, what brought him into the Peace Corps, details that would have made the speech a little more personalized. In terms of the actual mechanics of the speech, once again, Michael's movement was so appropriate. Michael's movement added so much to the speech. The next time that you give this speech, Michael, tell us a little more about you, and maybe we'll join the Peace Corps. Evaluation
All right, our next evaluator will be Carrillo.
And then what happens?
Next time, take
And then what? Oh, and then what? And what happened? What next happened will shock you. I have fond memories of as a kid, Dodger Dogs in particular. Again, I wasn't a big sports person, but going with my father, my grandfather, and it was affordable. Now, what do you have to take a loan? It's like Disneyland. I just came. I was at Disneyland a week ago Thursday, and I had. So now I'm moving to Disneyland. So I bought lunch for 3 of us. Corn dogs, and they're really good. Small dog, but a lot of the sweet corn meal stuff. They give you a chip where you get oranges, and then I bought 2 bottles of water and iced tea for myself. $52. $52. And I was happy to pay it. But what's more shocking to me is, I said this practically out loud, or at least to my table, but everybody, the park was full, and people were paying this. And then they had the little characters. Have you been lately? They have these. They're really cool. I like them, and I won't buy them because they're expensive. They have these little characters, and they have a magnet, and they sit on your shoulder. So they actually do have a parrot one. I wanted it real bad at the end of Pirates, and it was $30. Oh wow! This little tiny stuffed thing about that size. I just couldn't do it. Oh, she's here. All right, more later.
Oh, wee! Oh, wee!
I don't see the men with spears yet. I need some help because I wrote so many notes, I'm a little bit lost. You know what? I don't need them. Because you, my friend, killed it. And you inspire me to take some courage and some boldness out of me, deep within me, to bring it out and deliver these few words to you. Toastmasters, guests, Michael, what a phenomenal speech. You had 3 very strong, humorous moments. Your language was very detailed. Gorge, mountain, farm center. Awesome. And you did that all at the last minute? Okay, let's get one thing clear. We don't recommend doing that to novice speakers. Stick to the script. It's a tough order to pull at the last minute, especially in front of such an illustrious crowd. When we switch scripts at the last minute, we don't have a chance to really tailor our introduction just so. We don't have the opportunity to tailor our conclusion just so, to really highlight the main points of our speech. Who was the hero in the speech? It was that chief. You could have taken your time to really describe that character in your story. He was the centerpiece. You also could have taken your time to lay out the land. I've seen you speak, my friend, where you describe the color of the dirt. That's how great he is when he sticks to the script. He will let you taste, feel the heat in the environment that he's bringing you into. When you change scripts at the last minute, that gets brushed a little to the side. Still, for you to change the script and then go into your story and then circle back at the end to that original story, I thought was really well done. You said that speech was about kindness. And guess what, folks? In this speech, there was kindness. That chief saved our 3 volunteers. That was beautiful. When you take this speech on the road, I recommend to think carefully when you're going to switch scripts. If it's for a contest, no good. But for this, it was perfect time for you to try something new and challenge yourself as a speaker.
Thank you. And our last is David Scotisi. Is that right?
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
101.
Scotisi.
101. We have to go back to 101.
All right. I'm going back to Disneyland for a second. So,
$30
101.
$30 parrot.
Yeah, $30 parrot. All right, so my stepdaughters bought me, the last time we were, a year ago, they bought me the Grogu. Who knows who Grogu is?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah.
Baby Yoda, and it was really cool, and you squeeze him. He was the most expensive. I think it was like $50. It's nuts. But they had Zero. Who knows who Zero is? The dog from A Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. So they had the little dog, and his nose lights up. And then they had, I wanted that one too. And then they also had, the Ratatouille. Ratatouille. So I do have a little stuffed ratatouille that they gave me, because I like to cook. Should I pivot to cooking now? But wait, we have our next evaluator. Come on up, David. I liked how you maneuvered that. Well done, sir.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Chris. Excuse me. What a lovely bunch of people. I am so happy to be here. Friends, dignitaries, and Michael. What I liked was your opening, because you talked about not using this speech, and it was kind of a downer. We were bummed for a little bit. But then you said, I'm going to do an impromptu speech, and you were happy. And I was like, oh, that's great. It was a nice arc up to lift us up and prepare us for a really good story. I love the arc, and you seemed dressed to tell a story of somebody who is on a safari, but you weren't on a safari, you were in the Peace Corps, kind of similar. When you come up to give a speech, it's a good idea to wait for the person who introduced you to sit. You didn't, that's okay. We live and learn. I would have liked to hear more Swahili. All I heard was Wazunga, 3 white guys. It was almost enough, because Swahili is pretty foreign. But still, more Swahili would have really improved the speech. No, not really improved the speech, just add a little more spice. Your eye contact was a little fleeting. I would have liked for you to finish a sentence for somebody to make sure they understood you. At the end of your speech, you didn't really have a call to action or a summary. There was a sort of conclusion, but you had great facials, and I really liked your vocal variety. But the best part of your speech was the message. Kindness to children can really help you out. I really love that message, and so I liked your speech. Thank you.
I'm going to have to stay because we're going to, so lunch is here, we're 5 minutes off, that's my fault, I'll give you the credit for that. So I want to bring everyone up, and please stand in the order so that everyone knows who it is. Suzanne Leonard, come on up, and Sharon Kenty. So it'll be Suzanne, Sharon Kenty, William Long, Tom Jameson, Wally Alofi, David Williams, Sharon Carrillo, and David Scutese. Yes, round the bigger, come on. They put in a lot of effort. Okay, so we have Suzanne on that end and David. You're between Wally. You're after Wally, so I'll do it again. I'll stand over here so I can see. All right, on the right is Suzanne Leonard, Sharon Kenty, William Long, Tom Jameson, I was waiting for the movement. Wally Alofi, David Williams, Sharon Carrillo, and David Scutese. Okay, so that's it. So get out your papers.
Do you need a timing? Okay.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
I wasn't sure either.
Here, I'm going to give you this.
Okay. Suzanne Leonard, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. Sharon Kenty, 3 minutes, 18 seconds. William Long, 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Tom Jameson, 3 minutes, 11 seconds. Wale Alofi, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. David Williams, 3 minutes, 17 seconds. Sharon Carrillo, 3 minutes, 28 seconds. And David, right? David Go Crazy, 2:32.
Everybody
everyone qualified, yes.
All right. Now, get out your little paper. Remember, Chris is C-H-R-I-S. Please vote for the Best Bet State Day. Did you guys vote? You haven't voted? Okay. Is everyone cool? They know who they're going to vote for? Okay, go on back, and it's okay to vote for yourself. I'm going to do that. That's right, one vote for Chris. One? What do you mean one? I'm going to win it. Yes, sir. All right, Madam Timer? 1 minute on the clock. You have 1 minute to vote because you want to eat, right? And then they're coming around to collect the ballots. I'm going to vote myself right now.
You never vote.
I didn't hear all the speakers.
I vote for myself. I said maybe.
All right, so,
Everybody vote.
so everybody, yeah. So we're doing the showcase around the tables for lunch. Why don't we announce at lunch so that way we can right away? Unless you want to wait for the count. And if anyone wants to observe the count will be done in the back somewhere.
Yes, all are welcome.
That's all observers. All right. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure. You'll have to wait for my further Disneyland stories, but thank you very much. I enjoyed it.